Every human being on planet Earth has or will at some point encounter a traumatic experience. Stress is common to all, especially those that are within, war contexts. At Defenders, we work with human rights defenders, some of whom are working in areas of conflict and are very, traumatized and have huge amounts of stress, including running to exile, for obvious reasons. So these art therapy clinics have been organized to tap into the natural human desire to create and use that to overcome suffering. So the clinics we are running are employing, different artistic forms to allow for healing to happen as the human rights defenders work through these forms of art. We are working with painting, we are working with music, we are working with storytelling, creative ways, poetry and writing as a way of telling your story. And we are also working with colors, to dye and to make clothes and to make other different forms of crafts. Now, as the human rights defenders engage with these processes, they have an opportunity to connect socially, and they also have an opportunity to turn their trash into cash. They have an opportunity to discover some of the talents they never knew that they actually had.
For sure, what I'm doing now, like this is a piece of cloth cut from kitenge. I did it myself after being taught by the facilitators. So you just draw a circle and then you cut around, and then you sew thread around it, like what I'm doing now. When you are done, you have reached, and then you put in the middle and you pull the thread like this, and then it closes. Then you lock. This is a topic that you introduced to us, that is from trust to cash. So by the end of the day, you will see what you are doing in bits. It will be put together. It is really good. I've got these skills that it will not only help me, but also help my family.
My painting experience makes me to discover the potentiality I have. I've been seeing painting. I didn't know how it comes, gets beautiful colors, but now I feel part of the world where I can mix my colors and bring the color I want. I can think of what I think of to paint or to communicate through the painting. So I didn't know that there's communication in the painting I see, but now through the process, I have a pleasant feeling, and I actually forget about the outside world. If you didn't come here, I wouldn't know that there are people outside there. I'm just busy, concentrated here, thinking of what I want to bring out of me. I'm painting about two things. One is about, actually both of them looks the same, but different painting. One is I'm thinking of painting my daughter, who always poses like this one. There's a pose, she poses like this one, I like it. And behind her story, she was born at a time during the war. There was no midwife to help us deliver her. So we have to receive phone communication to do all what doctor could do or nurse could do. So, and she's a happy girl. She always smiles. And I see her pose. She can't explain because she's still a small child, but I see like maybe she's trying to communicate that stop the war, work for peace, so that children are not born in the same situation she was born.
I used to write stories, but this time I have a technical way of writing the story. I believe it is different than what I have been trying to do because I have a lot of interest in documentation and writing stories, but it is different. What I'm doing, I believe it is quite different from what I have been doing. First of all, the poem is about handicap peace. Because the experience I have with peace agreements. So when I read a lot of books and see the situation I'm in, I still consider it as a handicap piece. So I wrote a poem about the peace which have been signed several times in Sudan and South Sudan. The heading or the heading of what I'm writing is Goodbye, My Homeland.
Some of the challenges I've seen from the stories I do write is that basically I work with an company, so they don't have parents and they came with different people. So most of them have lost hope. They are not sure of how the future will look like. Now with COVID-19 on board, it becomes a challenge because most of the partners are also pulling out because of maybe gap in funding, and it's giving a lot of problem to these children. So they have trauma to a certain level that they are not developing holistically. And even when you are trying to interview, it's very difficult for them to make a constructive kind of statement for you to get to understand what they are going through. So basically, cognitive impact is there a lot from what I see from the stories that I do write with them.
Either snap or dance. So I've joined the community.
Music is taking root in us now. I used to listen to some local song and the rest, but it is good. But the purpose of today, we are not recording it to get any material gain or whatever, but we are trying to send a message. There is a problem, and music can be one of them to find a solution to the problem that we are going to address. That's why we thought we should use music instead of gun or other bad word and whatever.
Woi, 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 woi. Woi, 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 woi.
Apart from us here, there are others who decided to do art therapy through visual art. Others decided to go to storytelling. And this is the group that decided to join me in the music therapy.
The feeling I have, like, whatever situation you are in today, tomorrow there will be still a sun rising with blessings.
By talking with the family members and doing this to keep the children busy and relating to the topic of trauma and stress, that will definitely take me, for example, away from whatever negative thoughts I was having. Then it will keep me busy, and that will relieve me from stress. The same for the children.
At the end of the day, every human rights defender that is participating in these clinics will have a product of their own that they will proudly carry home with them. And how nice it is when you look at a piece that you have done for yourself.